Hi everyone, and welcome to today's morning report on Thursday the 2nd of April with me, Rich Perry, market analyst at Handtech Markets. It's the last day before Easter and the European markets are basically consolidating, and that's coming also ahead of not only Easter but also non-farm payrolls, which the markets are shut for tomorrow. So I think it's going to be a fairly muted session all round. Really, the only real move that we're seeing today initially is this rise that we've got on the euro, which has rallied through 108 figure, and that's dragged euro dollar lower. It's interesting actually. Look at this on the dollar index, which is on the hourly chart. You can see that we've broken back below this support around 97, around 98 figure really, and that is sort of equating to that 108 figure on the euro dollar. So just remember that chart there, because it sort of comes in as the opposite on the euro dollar. So it's interesting in itself, I think. But yeah, certainly the dollar is just under a little bit of pressure today, just dragged back lower, and that's basically come on the back of this weaker data that we've seen yesterday. We saw the ADP numbers disappoint. We saw the ISM Manufacturing disappoint as well. And the sharp moves that we actually saw were in the commodities prices, gold, oil, all sharply higher. And we're now seeing the euro dollar start to pull up as well. So 108 figure is a key level that I'll talk about in my chart analysis in a bit. But interestingly enough, the other Forex majors are not really moving yet. We actually got weakness on the Aussie dollar after its trade balance overnight. Dollar yen remains above a key pivot level as well, and also the sterling. So there's some interesting moves that we've seen in these Forex charts over the last couple of days, and I will talk you through those in a bit. But in terms of the data that we've got to look forward to today, we've got the construction PMI, first of all, for the UK, and that comes out at 9:30. That's expected to come in at just slightly down at 59.5, but you can see it still remains pretty strong, really. It's only about 7% of the economy, so it's not a huge impact on sterling, although it could have a marginal impact at 9:30 this morning. Then into the afternoon, we've got the US trade balance, expected to slightly improve actually to $41.2 billion in the negative, so that would be slightly better than last month, which was 41.8. But to be honest, it's still pretty much around the levels that we've seen over the last few months. So there's not really a great deal of impact potentially. But I mean, I suppose any sort of improvement in exports would be dollar strong. And I suppose the composition of how the trade balance is made up also would have an impact. But just generally speaking, just that slight improvement in the trade balance would be seen as a marginal positive for the dollar. And then in 1:30 also this afternoon, we've got the jobless claims, weekly jobless claims, and that's expected to stay around where we saw last week, really, 285,000, so nothing too significant in terms of the move there. So yeah, all in all, I reckon it's going to be, broadly speaking, a bit of a consolidation day. Looks like that's the case at the moment on the European markets. So that takes me to my chart of the day, which is the euro sterling actually, and I've got on this chart euro sterling this key pivot level, which at 73 euro cents. Sorry, 73p sterling, 73p, and that break higher through 73p was a strong move, positive move for the euro, but it lost that move, and it's now becoming key, I think, on the chart. I'll show you on the near-term chart how that actually has an impact. But looking at this at the daily chart, you've still got the momentum indicators, broadly speaking, in a negative configuration, falling over around the 60 mark. MACD line still under neutral, stochastics falling away. So you'd still say that is a negative configuration. Now the hourly chart. This is the hourly chart. Zooming out to I'll just reset that. Sorry. Zooming out to show you the rally, which moved above that 73 figure mark. Then we've moved into this sort of correction phase, which is lower highs and lower lows, but we're just trying to poke above that. But we've still got this pivot level at 73 figure, which has been important, certainly in recent days anyway. provided the resistance yesterday and also supportive and a little bit of resistance as well. So it is still an important level, 673. So if you broke above 73, you'd think that the euro would be able to claw back some sort of move back towards this 73.40 area, which is these rally highs that we saw from the back end of last week, early this week. Sorry. Back end of last week, early this week. Sorry, getting mixed up. So that is the move that we're seeing at the moment. But we're just seeing a slight move into more positive momentum. Throughout this correction, the RSI has never really got above 3 on this. It's now pushed above that. So that is interesting that that's come as this downtrend is being broken, but still I wouldn't be starting to get too positive on the euro until you saw that break above 73 figure, because that is the key pivot level on this chart. I think until you see that, this slight improvement in the momentum probably wouldn't really be confirmed. So just hold back on that for a little bit, but certainly at the moment the improvement is slightly being seen, but nothing too significant as yet. But at the moment you've still got to play out, I think, this corrective phase, because I think that is what we've seen, and just trading underneath that pivot level, I think that is what we are still in the process of doing, is in this correction, and that could result in a retest of certainly the supports. So you'd be looking at the initial support coming in around 72.50, and then that sort of props up the low that we saw at 72.18. But certainly at the moment, we've had a slightly improving euro today, but I'm not backing this quite yet until we see a move above 73. Anyway, I wish you good luck in your trading on the euro sterling today, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.